Integration by substitution. This is a question that I will ask you to do as homework. I'm not going to do it, but I'm going to do a question somewhat similar to it. This particular type of question is one that is in the form integral of f prime x over f of x dx, right? Now, let me make up one that is somewhat similar to it. Suppose you have something like this. The integral of 7x minus 7 over, say, you have x squared minus, say 3x squared minus what now? Minus 6x plus 5 dx. Suppose you have something like that. Let me get rid of this. Now, this is in this form, because what happened? When you differentiate f of x, which is in the numerator, when you differentiate that, you'll get something like this up top, right? Now, just before we do it, remember now, what you're going to say is that you make u equal to f of x, right? So u is equal to f of x. So what you're going to have is the integral of f prime x over u dx. But if you now say the u by dx is equal to what? It's f prime x, right? The u by dx equals f prime x. And then you transpose for dx and say dx equals, what you're going to get is du over f prime x. So this now will become the integral of f prime x over u dx, but dx is du over f prime x. See that? When you differentiate f of x, you get f prime x. What is going to happen here now? F prime x here will cancel f prime x here. So what you have is the integral of 1 over u du. See that? So the answer will be ln u plus c. And that now, since u is equal to f of x, what you have is ln f of x plus c. That is the general format it's going to take. So let's look at this now. What we can do is factor out the 7x minus 7. So you have the integral of 7 times x minus 1 over 3x squared minus 6x plus 5, right? So we have that. This 7, if you integrate all of this times 7, is the same thing as 7 times the integral of all of this, right? So you have x minus 1 over 3x squared minus 6x plus 5. Oh, the dx. Let me put the dx. Alright, so now you're going to say let u be equal to, remember, it's going to be equal to this, right? Let u be equal to 3x squared minus 6x plus 5, right? So du by dx equal what? 3 2s, 6x minus So remember, you multiply by the power, 3 by 2. Then you reduce the old power by 1 to get the new power, 2 minus 1. So it's 6x to the 1. But you don't even have to write the 1 there. Minus this now. 6x means 6x to the 1, you know. So if you multiply by the power, you have 1 by 6. Will give you 6 times x to the 1 minus 1, which is x to the 0. And x to the 0 is 1, right? So it's 6x minus 6. And with the 5 now, you remember what happened? You have 5x to the 0. Because 5 means 5 by 1, which is 5 by x to the 0. Because x to the 0 is 1. Multiply by the power is 0 times 5 times x to the 0 plus 1. But remember, you're multiplying by 0. Anything you multiply by 0, when you're going to get the answer as 0. So what happened here now is this. You have 7 times the integral of x minus 1 over u dx. But you don't want dx. You want du. So when you transpose for du, you get du is equal to, no, when you transpose for dx, you get dx. Because you want to get rid of this and put du instead. What is dx? Dx is going to be du over 6x minus 6, right? So the dx that was here is really du over 6x minus 6. Alright. How do we deal with this thing? Oh, we can factor out this 6x minus 6, you know, we can factorize it. So this is 7 integral of x minus 1 over u times du over 6 x minus 1. See that? So this will give you 7 integral of x minus 1 over u times what? Guess what? You see what happened? X minus 1 will cancel x minus 1. So let's do it here instead of mixing up everything in one step. You're going to have du over 6 x minus 1. But x minus 1 will cancel x minus 1. You see what happened there? So this now will be what? This is 7 integral of 1 over u du over 6. But this is the same as 7 integral of 1 over u du times 1/6. See that? But if you have an integral of all of this, I multiply by 1/6. It's the same thing as saying 7 times 1/6, which is give you 7 over 6, integral of 1 over u du. See what happened there? So what you have is 7 over 6 times, when you integrate 1 over u du, what do you get? You have to remember it, you know. If it is ln u. If you don't remember it that quickly, what you can do is this. You will try to integrate 1 over u du and rewrite it as the integral of u to the negative 1 du. Because remember, when you have 1 over u is the same as u to the negative 1. Now, that was from indices. Now, guess what happened here? If you try to do this by the power rule, you're going to say u to the, you add 1 to the power to get a new power and divide the new power by 1. And divide by the new power plus c. But guess what going to happen now? You're going to get u to the 0 over 0. You're going to say, my, this can't work out. Oh, you just remember. The integral of 1 over u du is ln u. So that will help you remember. Now, this is integral of 1 over u du is going to be ln u plus c. But remember the u thing here, you are the one who had put it there. So you're going to change it back in the form of x that you had. So it is 7 over 6 ln. So what is u again? Write it back in terms of x. U was what? U was 3x squared minus 6x plus 5. Where did I get x here? Where did I get x from? It's 3x squared minus 6x plus 5. So it's ln 3x squared minus 6x plus 5. Then they say plus c. Alright? So that is the answer that we have.